Well, Phil, just a reflection on the road trip. I mean, you guys have been on the road a lot this season already, but just another couple of wins for this group. A lot of resiliency, third period comeback. How did you see how the road trip went?
We all didn't like our first game against Iowa, but I thought we played better than what the score had told for the first half of that second game. And then obviously, we're building something around here, and that was evident in that win. I think it was 2-1 going into the third, and we ended up finding a way to win. So we've done that a few times, and you need games like that in the piggy bank going down the stretch, because you're going to need to win those games.
In terms of finding consistency, I mean, you know what it's like. I mean, you spent a lot of time in Abbotsford, but just in terms of a group kind of finding their chemistry together, it seems like this group has found that, but it takes some time, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of great players in that room, and we're slowly finding our stride on a consistent basis. And it's a tight-knit group. That's a common hockey phrase, but we love hanging out with each other and playing cards, going to dinner. So I see a lot of healthy habits. And then in terms of consistency, I find it with the schedule this year, I'm not really used to playing the same team 4 times in a row. It's hard to beat a team 4 times in a row when you're playing them 4 times in a row. But that's something we got to get used to too, because it seems like trying to take a peek at the schedule in the background, but I can't see it. Yeah.
But just in terms of, I guess, you talk about how deep this team is. I mean, it is one of those groups that I couldn't tell you which line is line 1 versus line 4, because it just seems like every guy is talented on this group. Is there an element of that's fun, just in terms of how deep this group is and how you can roll out these lines evenly and everybody's going to contribute?
Yeah, it's very important when it comes to playoffs. I was fortunate to be a part of a team where we kind of had a similar roster, in the sense of, the fourth line could play against the first line and everything's going to be okay. Third line, same thing, second, first. So, to win something, you need a deep roster, and I think we have that. It's just about, building that chemistry and supporting one another.
Just in terms of, like, all these guys on this team this year getting their first calls up to the NHL. What's it like for you guys as teammates to see guys like Thomas and Dominic and Elias getting their first taste of NHL hockey?
It's exciting, and I think that creates a healthy environment where maybe you didn't have a good October, but you're playing well in December and you get a look. So I think it's a good message for the young guys to, whether it's going well or not, keep coming in every day, keep getting better, and you just might get your chance.
Over the first run of games, offense was at times a struggle. It seems like that's starting to come on a little more regular basis over the last little bit. What are you guys seeing out there right now that's leading to a few more pucks crossing that line?
I think for us, it goes back to the same conversation we just had, where when you have a deep roster and every line can score, it's finding the rhythm and making the right plays so that it sets not only you but the next line up. I think we've done a very good job of, at times, hemming teams in. Now it's how do we set the next line up? Maybe it might not be your time to eat, but you wear a team down, fresh guys come on, you just keep rolling them over, and it's defeating for the other team. So those are just little habits that, we're still trying to, I don't want to say learn, but find that rhythm of, creating and then separating from the pack in terms of, rolling them over.
And then how do you get almost that same mentality going on the power play, where you get a big goal last game but still trying to find that rhythm, maybe up a man?
Yeah, we got good players on both power play units, so it's on us. We got to keep creating and we got to keep attacking. I think we can do a much better job of, it doesn't have to be the perfect play, but before you get the puck, let's attack. And I think we'll get more success.